But when you come back to human performance and movement, and I'm even going to say connection seems to be one of your specialties as well, Gary. Do you think we're heading in the right direction?
Um,
Because you
that's a
also
really,
said, sorry to interrupt you again, you also said
no,
that
no.
there's university degrees that maybe haven't changed to the extent of what they could have changed to. So I just wonder, I'm trying to take sides from both
Yeah,
sides of the conversation. Do you think we're heading in the
I
right?
would I would say the passionate people that are in the movement profession for the right reason are moving in the right direction. I think they're smart enough to know how complex the body is, and hopefully we're smart enough to go, man, there's so much to learn in order to create the right environment for that person so I can really impact their life. And so I believe, yes, that's a direction that we're going. I believe a direction that we're taking the wrong approach on, and that's in my profession, is a thing they call evidence-based practice. Now, I don't understand it. I mean, I've talked to thousands of therapists and say, "Can you explain it to me?" And they basically go, "Well, yeah, here's what we do. We take and I'll use plantar fasciitis as an example. Um, we take 1,000 people with plantar fasciitis and we study what seemed to help it. And we then find the evidence of what helped it. And we do this curve and we find out, okay, what the mean is and what might help that person. And then we develop literally their protocols, do this, do this, do this. And uh, hopefully the plantar fasciitis will get better. Well, when I look at patellofemoral, um, evidence-based uh, documents, plantar fascia, low back, shoulder. They're all missing one real critical thing is so why do they have a plantar fasciitis? So I asked Dave Tiberio once. I said, "Can you help me differentiate between the direction we're going, which I believe is wrong, and the direction we should go?" And he goes, "Oh, that's easy." He goes, "What people are doing out there is they're doing something, and then they're trying to see if they can find evidence. Was that the right thing to do?" He says, "What we've done here at Gray Institute is we find evidence of the truth and then we do something." That's a big difference. So again, plantar fasciitis, somebody has it, this protocol that's out there, do this stretch, rub on this, you do that. It never once said, okay, what activity are they in when they get the plantar fasciitis? And what biomechanically is the body doing during that activity? And what's going to cause the mid-tarsal joint not to lock up to pull on the plantar fascia? And therefore, I would say the top three reasons people have plantar fasciitis is not even in the document. And I could prove it. I mean, I could prove that those are the top three reasons. So we're still following symptoms, which is the wrong direction. Um, I think it's easy to. I think a lot of my career, patients have gotten better in spite of me. The good Lord can heal and make the symptom better, but it takes us to figure out what environment we're going to put this in to get them to do something that this person's never been able to do as part of their goal, like a pull-up. And those who really care and have passion about our profession really want to know, can I create the best environment to get that chain reaction to occur? And others are very happy with, okay, a low back patient walks in, here's my evidence-based low back protocol, hopefully it sticks. And as we know, it might stick for 30% of the people, but the other 70% are already destined for failure just by how they did their evidence-based research. So again, I got to put an asterisk there. Somebody out there might say, well, you don't understand evidence-based. I would agree with that. I don't understand it. But I believe the evidence is in front of us, that client. And I need to grab as much evidence as I can about the success of their movement. I have to figure out what they want to be able to do. And I got to make a decision. Can I create an environment where that subconsciously can happen? So when they leave my facility, it's happening as well and they can enjoy life. So um, that was one of those paradoxical answers, So I said yes and no. So it's and then you threw the word AI in there. That's, I don't understand it either. I understand it's powerful, but the AI can only go grab what it can grab. So junk in, junk out. I can put a bunch of junk together and ask AI on my chat GPT to go find out, what should I do for a patellofemoral problem? If somewhere in that they don't understand that the patellofemoral problem is really a problem of the femur, and you have to ask yourself who influences the femur and how does it influence it, you'll never get to that point. And then you even mentioned the most important part is relationship wise. It's all about, you said it right at the beginning, community. It's all about relationships. Here's as you know, in AFS, we say here's the truth, here's the strategy, and here's the technique. We call it the PST process, where most of us learn the technique. You ask me why I do it, I have no idea. What's the why behind the what? I just went to school and they told me to do that. Or I went and got certified in this personal training program and they just told me to do that. I have no idea why I'm doing it. So for most of us, that's not good. We don't like that. We want to have confidence and competence. But at the end of the day, here's the truth. I'm going to die soon. All right. Hard to deny that. Strategy. You may or may not have a day or two to live. But what do you want to do in the meantime? What do you want it to be about? And then the technique is, do I really want somebody to learn how to move the thoracic spine in 3 planes of motion, so when they drive their arms, when they're running, it's going to lock up the mid-tarsal joint? Or do I just want to love on them and encourage them? And luckily, sometimes the answer is yeah, both. But if I had to choose one, because I know there's a large percentage of my patients have really never gotten what I call better, what I would define as better, what they would define as better. But I hope and pray that they knew that my joy of working with them is to encourage them and for them to encourage me. There's not enough encouragement in the world today, and if we can use movement as a facilitator of encouraging people, well, I think that's the right track.